In the fog-shroud-ed woodlands
hell.
of the Scottish Highlands, a peaceful tenant farmer takes a bag of blood, stained ancient deeds from a mysterious wanderer. This is no gift, but a century-old burden chained to his family. When greedy developers wave their checkbooks, he must join forces with the town's Suddenly Upright. Lawyer, they are not just fighting money and power, but an ancient covenant of betrayal and honor. Buried by time, can they defend their homeland? Tonight, witness how an ordinary man uses a piece of parchment to overturn the fate of the entire Highlands.
My mind is like a tangled fishing net. I can barely grasp my own thoughts.
Keep this bag safe for me, just for a little while. I have to go back to that red alder forest. I must find the important thing you just tossed into the rushing creek. You mean that rotten old bundle from the tree? It is probably miles downstream by now. You are wasting your time.
But if I stay here, finish me off before he even returns.
This is pure madness! What am I even doing here?
I should have left this stupid bag on the grass and gone back to my warm bed. That lunatic Aliston is probably lost or freezing to death in the woods right now. If I lose this bag, that crazy bastard will probably haunt me for the rest of my days. But if I stay here, finish me off before he even returns. Where is he? It's been hours since he ran back into that red alder forest. I am going to wait right here until dawn breaks. I want to see what kind of game that freak is playing, and if he can even make it back alive to claim this damn bag. Stay hidden and pray the foxes don't mistake you for dinner. I must be losing my mind to stay out here all night for a ghost of a chance. Look at this ridiculous thing. It's huge, it's freezing, and it smells like a centuries-old basement. If I march straight into the village carrying a massive, suspicious bundle like this in broad daylight, the sheriff will lock me up before breakfast. He'll think I robbed a traveller. Or worse, I can't risk my reputation for a lunatic who ran off into the woods. There. Stay hidden and pray the foxes don't mistake you for dinner.
You tackled me into a puddle of mud and shoved a freezing bag into my arms! And I must be dreaming, or the peat smoke has finally ruined my brain. I assure you, my practical friend, you are wide awake, and I owe you a massive apology. You tackled me into a puddle of mud and shoved a freezing bag into my arms! And for that, I am deeply mortified. My behavior was utterly inexcusable, though somewhat beyond my control.
You look like a completely different person. Where did you even find those clean clothes in the middle of the night?
Let's just say I managed to collect myself once the confusion cleared. May I step inside? The wind out here is rather fierce.
Proper hearth. You have no idea how much I appreciate the warmth right now.
Don't get too comfortable. You have exactly 2 minutes to explain who you are before I throw you out. Fair enough to please credit me with some master, but tonight I'm master of my own senses. Yesterday, you were a Lulunis looking for something in a creek. Tonight you show up at my door like a lord. The contrast is sharp, I admit. It's a long story. Pure Highland grit. It anchored my wandering thoughts in the mist. You still look skeptical, Malcolm. I can see the jeers turning in your practical mind. Skeptical. That is a very polite word for it. You are telling me that my honesty acted like glue for your broken sanity? Exactly. It was your physical contact with my belongings. When you held that heavy bag by the running creek, your stable, living energy created a powerful link. I didn't want to hold it! You threw it at me like a loose boulder and ran away! But you didn't abandon it immediately. You stayed by the water. That act of responsibility, that call it what you must take as identity, mate. Not some less is sitting right in front of you. That bag contains the very core of records of this land. Your steady hands kept them from being swallowed by the chaos of the boundary. So you're saying because I didn't dump your luggage in the bushes right away, you suddenly remembered how to be a proper gentleman? More than that. I am a tenant farmer, Aliston. I fix leather sew wraps and dig Dews mines and You do now, Malcolm. Whether you like it or not, our encounter by the creek tied our fates now, and it is entirely your doing.